In this session, we discuss midpoint line drawing algorithm. Uh, Here we take a line of which slope is less than 1. So here we get slope is equal to dy by dx. So if dy is more and dx is less, means we get change in dy is more and change in dx is less, means we get more than one value, and line move like this. Okay, and we get slope greater than 1. And if dx is more, means change in x is more and change in y is less, means we get slope less than 1. And here in this case we are discussing lines of which slope midpoint algorithm for line of which slope is 0 to 1, means here either line comes along this line or maximum it touches this point. Okay, from here to here up to 45 degree. So here in this midpoint line drawing algorithm, first we assume this is already we have one pixel that is already selected, and we have to draw a line, we have to select the points which belongs to the line. So here sometimes points not exactly belongs to line. Then that case what we do is we identify the nearest points. Okay, nearest points to theoretical line. So this is start point, and we assume this is already selected point. Okay, if it is x comma y, this pixel is x plus 1 comma y, this pixel is x plus 2, means if we move in right side, each time we increment x by 1. If we move upward direction, each time we increment y value by 1. So here because we know in this case if slope is less than 1, means line comes in between E and northeast pixel. So we have one midpoint here, and we check whether this midpoint comes above this line or below this line or exactly on this line. If it is above this line is close to E, so we choose E. And if this midpoint comes below this line, we choose line becomes close to any, and we choose any. So based on this midpoint we make the decision. If it is on the line, both are at same distance, so we can choose out of these two, we can choose any pixel. Okay. So here this is selected point. To choose any or E, what we do is we calculate the position of midpoint, whether it comes above or below. Okay, so for that we use line equation, and we check whether this point is comes above or below. For once we and check we check this point, and we choose either any or E. If we choose this any, line moves between this point and this point. Okay, and we have to check this M1 position, whether it is above the line or below the line. Choose either this or this. If we select this E, what in between these two we have to check. So we have to compare we have to check the position of M2, and we have to make the decision. To make a decision, we use the line equation, that is y is equal to mx plus c. So if we move y right side, our equation becomes mx minus y plus c. So mx is equal to dy by dx. So if we put m value, what we get is dx dy into x minus dx into y plus dy into dx into c. So we get one function f of x is equal to dy into x minus dx into y plus dx into c. And here for first m1, see, first we plot 0 comma 0. Immediately after that we have to identify which next point. For that we have to use first decision vector, so first midpoint. Okay, so if x1 and x2 are our start points, so where we get first midpoint, we have to move one unit in x direction and half upward direction. So first midpoint is x1 plus 1 y1 plus half. So in this equation, if we place x is equal to x1 plus 1, we have to place in line equation. So we simplify it. After simplification we get this equation. So in this case, dy x1 minus dx y1 plus dx c we get, this is actually equal to f of x1 comma y1. So here lines function is applying for x1 comma y1. So and we know this x1 comma y1 lies on the line, so we get this value equal to 0. So we get dy by dx. dy by half dx. Okay, and if so we consider this is equal to p naught, so that is first decision vector. And if we apply for m1, what we get is m1 position, we know we have to move 2 units in x direction and we have to move 3.5 above. You can check this, 2 units here and 1.5. 1.5 means 3 by 2. So if we apply this, we get this equation. So in this case, x plus 1 is actually dy into x plus 1 minus dy plus half plus c is actually equal to f of m, and remaining this thing. So this is already selected point. Okay, this f of m and remaining thing. Okay, next, so if for northeast pixel, pk is equal to dy minus dx. Next, for m2, if we apply, we get fm plus dy. So finally we get p naught is equal to dy by dx by 2. Next, pn is equal to pk plus dy minus dx. p is equal to pk plus dy. So if we multiply all equations by 2 to remove the division, we get these things, and we can use this formula to draw the line.